Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Crosses midfield, still going. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And this is scooped up by the Bills. They have gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Still has some space inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They run for the first time with a rookie from Clemson. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Jake Elliott's on now to attempt this field goal. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. The kick by Hopkins is good. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. His first throw is an interception. And the Bills take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. He's dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for them.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Well, he got his own miscue back, so no harm, no foul, but they are still not happy seeing him putting that football on the ground.
It's not like he just dropped it, though. It took a pretty nice hit to jar it free, but what do they teach you? When you got a nice game, what do you got to do?
Ball security, Brock, is job security.
Put that on a T-shirt.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down, Williams. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Bills get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To throw here on first down. Hits his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes out to the left. Connection made to Coleman. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing from the gun here. Gets made right side by Coleman. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He'll cobble together a yard there. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Looking for a throw here. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. About to begin the second here. The Bills definitely thinking points.
Here we go, Shaq.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He breaks the tackle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone. Mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Cut near the goal line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Let's go now.
He gets the shot at it on 1st and goal. Scores! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills parlay the interception into points. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Bills bump the lead up to 13 points. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They send a man in motion. Williams to throw on 1st. Dump off caught by his back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Here's 2nd and 5. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw by Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Completed to his running back. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
zone now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Another try following the sack. Finds a man right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Third down, here's Williams. He's on the move. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
They'll try and punch it in. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Out of the pistol, Williams. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Orlando. And it's the Bears with a 3rd and 3. Williams from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
The 12-year vet strikes true. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Complete to Coleman. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw on first. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After the sack, another pass on second down. Caught quickly on the slant. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll throw on third and long. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. This is ahead for about 5. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Hey, smash Bronco! Set go! Ready?
Pass play coming here. He's got a man left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
First down, Williams. Complete out to the right. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. Set. Mustang 19.
From the 23. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Hits his running back. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the sack. Cut out left. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Chicago first down. Williams on the play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They are throwing it again. Pass caught by Adunze. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears start the second half with some needed points. It's a Roma Adunze touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
This one is up and good. And the Bears cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Man in motion out of the slot. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready. Street. Set, go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. A lot of mess on the move here. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. Yeah, run.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
18 left. 19 right.
To throw is Williams. Has the connection to Adunze. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Throw left side, complete. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ready.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Simple dive up the middle. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 24. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. This one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. Got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Let's go now. Warriors 70. Last thing, 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Let go.
Williams from the gun. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Bills get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Tight end going in motion here. It is caught left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. He's going to throw this one. He's got a man left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. They send a receiver in motion right. Third down from the... Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
First down throw by Williams. Brought in right side. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
That's incomplete left side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down from the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Orlando. Bears got to score in a hurry. Need better results here on second and goal from the 10. Now Williams. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they'll be left with third and goal.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Now to throw. And he goes down. The Bills got to him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Looking, and he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. A nice run here past the 35. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Back to the well again. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A 5-yard gain. That's going to bring up 4th and 3.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Orlando.